All right, class, after making artwork using geometric shapes, those are shapes that have rules to them like squares and triangles, now we're going to make a really cool project using all organic shapes. Organic shapes don't have any rules to them. They can be any shape that you like, okay? You can draw an organic shape on here, for instance. It could start out with a straight line, but then have... That is a shape that has no rules to it. You can make it any way you want. It could almost be like a triangle, but then have maybe a curve in it, okay? Or maybe it could be a line like that, a slice like that, almost a moon type of shape. That is an organic shape. Or kind of like a jigsaw puzzle piece. That would be an organic shape, okay? It could be any kind of shape that you want. So this is going to be my base, and of course, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure that my name is on it. All right. And on the other side is where we're going to put our art. Okay. And don't worry about these lines because eventually we're going to paint over it. So this is our base, and what we're going to make an abstract composition, meaning it doesn't have to be a picture of anything. It can just be cool lines, shapes, and colors. Okay. And we are going to get another piece of cardboard. We're going to start out with a large piece of cardboard to cut out our first organic shape and glue it onto our base. So, with the largest piece, I'm going to cut out any kind of organic shape. But remember, I want to try to use as much of this as possible. I'm not just going to cut off a little piece like this and say, and that's what I start with. No, I want to use as much of this as I can, okay? And I'll just make up that first one as I go along, okay? I'll just cut some curves in it maybe. Like that. Too much like a B. I'm going to cut it down a little bit smaller maybe. Cut that. Okay. All right. And maybe I'll cut this corner off too. And we might want to save some of these pieces that we cut off. This is called the negative space, and that might come in handy later on. So now I want to take this, and I want to glue it on somehow. Let's see, and it can go off of that square. It doesn't have to remain inside, okay? Let's see. And what these are almost going to be like sculptures called relief sculptures. Relief sculptures mean that each of these pieces has some thickness. There's like a level to it, okay? Let's see, which side do I like the best? I'm going to figure it out. I'm going to take some glue and I'm going to put it on my piece. And that should be enough. Let's see. Now I might move it around to see how I like it the best. Let's see. Maybe right there. All right. So that's a start. Now I'm going to get maybe another piece of cardboard, one that might be slightly smaller, and I'm going to cut another organic shape. We can create a few different layers of this. Now what should I do with this one? I don't know. I want a shape that kind of, I'm going to do like a long line. Ooh, maybe it goes. Maybe like this. That might be cool. And you know what else you could do is you can, if you want to, you can actually bend the cardboard up so that your sculpture kind of sticks out a lot. Maybe you can kind of curve up a little bit. Make it curve up on these edges like that. Let's see, where should I put this? I like that shape right there, so I don't want to cover that up. I like that little cut there. I want to put it on in a way that makes it better, that makes these other shapes more interesting, that doesn't cover up any too important areas. I could put it right on here. I can make it overlap. Maybe I'll try maybe right here? Sure. Now, I'm only going to put glue on part of it because this part is sticking up. I don't need to put glue on that. Just want to put glue on the part that's going to try to stick to it. think I said right about there, okay? Because look how it's creating really interesting negative space. The negative space is right there, okay? And now maybe you can start taking some of the other pieces that you cut off and see if there's an interesting spot for them. You can make smaller pieces. It can stick maybe on top of there, maybe here. Maybe you can overlap.
Is my favorite girl D up there? D
Do
something?
this.
Come on now.
What can I do with this? Maybe this could be kind of an oval shape or maybe a teardrop shape. I'm gonna make this into kind of a teardrop shape. Remember, it's still an organic shape. It doesn't have any rules to it really, but it kind of looks like a teardrop, okay? And remember, let's see, if you want to, you can play with your cardboard, bend it up a little bit. I think something needs to go right in here somewhere. There. Should I make it like this? Ooh, I like how it plays with that negative space right there. Just overlapping it a little bit maybe. That's kind of cool. All right. And I like how this line almost touches it right there. That's really interesting to me. Okay. So now I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 organic shapes on there. It might be good. I could maybe look at these other pieces and see if they would look good anywhere. Or maybe it might be ready to start painting it. We'll see.